I'm sitting here futzing with all the settings, and here you are. It's 2 o'clock. It's 2:01. A little bit late, and I missed last week. So, you know, gotta get with it. Gotta get with it. Hello. Hi, Mama. Hey, Ashley. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Welcome, everybody. Just gonna wait till a couple people come on, and then I'll say hello. What's happening in your world of adoption, Ashley? If you're still on, I'd love to hear. Um, welcome. If you're here, say hello. Oh, somebody already did. Hello. If you are new to this little chat here, and I don't know if I can do this. Okay, I think I just posted a link. If you wouldn't mind, if you haven't done this before, click on that link and then I'll be able to see who's typing. Otherwise, it just says Facebook user. So I don't know who to say hi back to. So if you can do that, that'd be awesome. And then you'll show up on my screen and that'll all be good. All right, well, welcome. Let's see what's going on in the world of adoption today. First of all, I want to do a couple of fun things because I just do. We did this last time and it was kind of cool. So I have this positive affirmation card set. And if you are on, I am going, there's probably a delay. I'm going to shuffle and we're going to pick a card for all of us going into the weekend. So when you tell me to stop, it'll be the card that is facing me. So in the chat, wherever I see stop first, I will stop, and that will be our card. And then maybe we'll relate it to adoption. Maybe we won't. So tell me when to stop. And also start thinking about a win from your week. So I don't see anything. Oh, wait. Yeah, I see it. Stop. I saw a stop. Okay. Sorry, I had another message covering up. So our affirmation for this weekend is I am healing. So whether you are, let's see if we can relate it, right? So whether you're healing from fertility treatments or, I'm gonna put this in my thing. Whether you're healing from an adoption disruption, whatever you might be healing from this weekend, I want you to concentrate on healing thoughts. And I think I read somewhere today that today is self-care day. So think about that. This is very fitting for self-care day. Yeah, somebody said, LOL, that's perfect. I just got out of the hospital this week for pulmonary embolisms. Well, I am sending you healing thoughts. Let's pick one more to have a second one. So wherever the stop is, I will stop and we will pick another positive affirmation card set. Whoever wants to say stop, go ahead and we'll pick one more. I feel like a tarot card reader, but I'm not. Tell me when to stop. Anybody just put stop in the chat and we'll stop and we'll pick the next card, even if you've done it before. All right, let's go. Hopefully I get to see all the chats that are coming through. If you've just joined us, all right, stop. The only thing I need to be happy is myself. I know you see it backwards. So it says, the only thing I need to be happy is myself. Love that. And I am healing. Those are the two. I am healing. And the only thing I need to be happy is myself. I think that's such a good reminder because all of us, some more often than not, look outside of ourselves and look to other people and other things and material things to try to make us happy. And we also, on the flip side, try to put blame on others when we are unhappy or if something goes wrong. And I am a firm believer of putting positive energy out into the universe and focusing on positive affirmations and messages. I could tell you stories of how that's worked so powerfully in my life. And I think it is so important, especially if you are on your adoption journey or any journey of your life. And just in general, if you want to manifest positive things in your life or if you're trying to manifest certain things. So are you with me? Who else is into that with me? Let me know if you're into that stuff. So our 2 affirmations out for the weekend. I am healing. The only thing I need to be happy is myself. Thank you. Thanks for playing that. Okay, the other thing, and hello if you are joining me, welcome. Think about a win for this week. One of the things that we really like to focus on, especially if you are in your adoption journey or parenting, it's really important to focus on all of the little wins because each one is worth celebrating. Adoption can be really heavy at times and very trauma focused and very just very heavy, right? And I think it's really important to stop, do these affirmations, and think about reflecting on what's happened in the past couple days. What's happened this week? What's happened today? So what are some small wins that you have had today? For me, it was making time to go work out today. And also yesterday, I got a lot of gardening, a lot of yard work done with a friend of mine. So not only was a win for me connecting with a friend, because sometimes I've been feeling challenged in that area lately, but also getting some work done around the yard. So what is it for you? I would love if you could share a small win with me in the comments. The other thing I wanted to share, if you are not yet part of our adoption roadmap community on Facebook, and I'm going to, unless you're watching me on Instagram, I just shared the link. If you are not yet part of our adoption roadmap community, I encourage you to do so. And it's called The Adoption Roadmap on Facebook. It's a community of hopeful adoptive parents. So we have our client community with families who are going through the process or who have already adopted. And we also have this hopeful families group for anyone to be able to join. You just have to answer some questions. And the reason I'm bringing it up is this. Every year we try to have either a retreat or a symposium or whatever word we call it. Typically, it is a lot of speakers and about hearing from all different sides of the adoption triad and kind of covering all the big topics. This year, we are doing things a little bit differently. It's going to be live and in person in Chicago once again, which I'm so excited about. And most of the time when we do this, we leave it just for our clients, for our client community. But we have decided that we have built such a beautiful adoption roadmap community on Facebook that we would like to extend that invitation to that community as well. What we are doing at this retreat, this one's going to be kind of a mini retreat or an adoptive family retreat light, if you will. And it is such a beautiful way to connect with community. And if you're on our email list, I think we just sent something out last week about the importance of community in adoption. So connecting with families who are like yours or who will be like yours or who have walked the path that you are walking or who are walking beside you on that path. No matter how well-intentioned our friends and families are, they don't get it unless they've walked it. So not only is it bringing together community, we will be breaking out into groups and having some deep deep diving into some of the issues that we are all experiencing based on where you are in the process, and getting to know each other and some of these adoption issues on a much deeper level so that we can all become the best parents for our children through adoption that we possibly can. So if you're not part of that group already, go and click on the link or go join. We'll let you in, and the link to join our retreat is in there. Now, today is the last day that you can register because we need a count. But if you're in the Chicagoland area or can get there easily and want to join us, we'll have at least about 50 people there. And my own personal photographer, who is also photographer to Oprah, is going to be there, taking pictures of all of us, including mini sessions with each individual family and person. So that's exciting. We have other delicious things in store for all of us, and I just cannot be more excited to see everyone in person. And one of the more exciting things for me is bringing my entire family team from across the country together for the first time, really. So I'm so excited. We have an amazing weekend planned for our team and for our families in Chicago. So if you're on here and you're coming, let me know. I'm going to take a sip for a second. Do you have any questions? Have you thought about your wins? Share them with me. What's a small win from the week for you? Okay. Let's see. A couple things that have come up this week. Let me think about it. One is having a doctor on your team from the get-go will make your journey so much easier as you are going, because as you're getting situations sent to you, some of them so what happens is you get a situation presented to you, and a lot of times you'll get some sheets of paper that an expectant mother has filled out. And part of that is social history, medical history, check marks of all the things that she's done or she's used, or mental health background, or the health of her kids, all these things, right? And the more filled out it is, and the more stuff that she is experiencing, the more confusing it is for us to kind of decipher what that would mean for us and what that might look like for the baby. So it's really important from the very get-go to try to have a doctor on your team that you can run these things by. An OBGYN, a pediatrician, a specialist, maternal fetal specialist, substance specialist. I don't even know what they're called right now on the spot. So anyways, I just kind of went over one such situation with a client, and it would be easy if you have somebody. And when you have a doctor that you can reach out to, ask them how to get in touch with them quickly, because typically you don't have very much time to make a decision. So you want to know that you can reach out to somebody whose advice that you trust, and where you can reach them quickly. Tristan and Rachel said their win was spending lots of quality time this week with their kiddos. Sometimes that is very difficult. My child right now is at sleepaway camp for a month. So that's why I was saying earlier, it's kind of a struggle for me, because a lot of my social life revolves around him. Good point for mamas, especially. Don't lose yourself in the things that you love to do because you have kids. There was one other thing I wanted to mention today. I cannot remember right this second. If you have any questions, put them in the chat. Let's see. I can't remember. I cannot remember. A lot of situations have, if they don't place, DCF will come, or DC, whatever it's called in the Department of Child and Family Services, may come and take the child away. We have seen situations, unfortunately, where a mom has made a birth plan, an adoption plan, assigned a family, and then maybe just bolted out of the hospital without signing the papers. In that case, the baby had to be put with in foster care. It's such a shame when that happens. Usually doesn't, not very often. We've had some crazy fall throughs and crazy things can happen in adoption. And I just want you to know that, not to scare you, but to go in prepared mentally that sometimes things happen that are out of our control and result in a disruption or financial loss or emotional loss. And I want you to know that in those times, you are very resilient. You are way more resilient than you think. And, there's usually a bright side. If we can say that, there's usually a lesson in everything that we experience. And I've said it before, but and I said it earlier, the only thing I need to be happy is myself, and I am healing. Our mantras for the weekend is be careful not to place blame on someone else. We are all doing the best we can in such a messy and layered, complicated situation that sometimes it's just beyond us. And I know you can bounce back. Somebody was asking recently this week about different grants you can apply to. So two of the biggest grants that do not discriminate no matter who you are Gift of Adoption Fund and helpusadopt.org. So those are the first two that I would always look at. I know we posted in our Instagram about another grant that they're about to give $1,000 grants to. There are a lot of places. ViStar is a place where you can get, I think, an adoption loan. So check that out. There's a million places that you can apply for grants, and each one of them has their own criteria and when they'll give you money, when you can apply, based on your background or your religion or who you are. But don't just automatically rule something out because you think you don't qualify. Everybody who runs grant organizations, they have different systems to figure out who qualifies. And it may also be based on who else applies at the same time. One thing I do know about grants is that you need to tell a good story. So if you have experienced multiple fall throughs, definitely tell that story and what that does for you in moving forward. And that if you can get a grant, you may be able to move forward. Tell everything. You want to tell your story in full, and this isn't the time to hold back. So I just wanted to get those couple of things out. Remember, I am healing. The only thing that can make me happy is myself. I love you guys so much. Go join our community. If you are a client of ours or inside of our community, please go sign up for that retreat on August 6th from 1 to 5 p.m. Central. You will not regret it. I hope to see you there live and in person. But until then, bye-bye. See you next week.